There comes a point in our life where sometimes we sit back and realize, is this human being any good for our life? Is this friendship more important versus our self-respect? How people perceive them, you, and this relationship with them. Is this person adding value in my life? Is there any kind of mental stimulation when I speak to this human being? Is this human being a good-hearted human being who also mirrors my values and make people feel good in their skin and not be a tyrant? Is this human being all about just gossip and fitting in and always coming in with the tea, man or woman, versus having some emotional, spiritual growth with you? How many times have you been a part of conversations where your friend has been saying to the entire world, since he found a man, since he found a girl, they're just gone everywhere. So, are we supposed to spend time with you? Are we supposed to spend time with a man, with a woman? So why are you hating? If you are single and minding your business, this person will still go around and tell the entire universe, oh, looks like he's too important for us. He thinks he's too important. That's why they don't like hanging with us anymore. Be very mindful of when people take your personal achievements, your romantic achievements, your professional achievements as a personal attack. And these are the nosy ones. I call them nosy, WHORES, men and women who hate on you when you isolate or when you drift apart naturally because of natural causes of your life where you choose to pay attention to another human being over them, to yourself over them. Because when you do that, you realize who are the nosy in your life, who claim to know you, your life, better than you when you don't even remember their last name. Notice those people that you surround yourself with who always have the hottest gossip in town without backbone, without any receipts. But their only idea of building a friendship with you is through talking about people, discussing people without valuing or respecting anybody else's privacy. Many a times people come to you with gossip as a friend who you just there to listen to because you don't know the other side's story. And many a times this is a friend that you think is speaking the truth because you don't really know the person that they're speaking about. And you very well know there's always these people in the clique. If you are not somebody who indulges in gossip and low vibrational behavior, there's always that person who wants to fit in, who wants to be a part of the group. And so they put up a facade of always bringing the hottest gossip around town about every other person in the room but themselves. I learned from a very early age how gossip mongers look and how they talk. And many a times these are the same friends who I call friends who would about their best friends, the closest people to me. And then I know that the same gossip that has been said about them is being told about me. So you need to understand before you trust and believe every second thing that comes out of a person's mouth, what is the validity of this information? What is this person's history with the other human being that's being talked about? Because best believe as soon as you leave this female, this male's life, you will be the person that is being spoken about to the other new friend that they make, because these people can't keep friends, or these people have a lot of friends, but they're not real ride or dies. They don't have loyalty in them. How does this person have so many friends if they are actually fake and phony? That's how they have so many friends. Because they're fake and phony, they want to fit in with anybody and everybody who gives them any kind of attention. And these people, because they're desperate for attention, they always want to move in packs. So therefore, they also attack in packs. And therefore, these are the same people who always play victims when you call them out in their own shit, because apparently, these people can never do no wrong. But they always have something or the other to talk about, because that's how people pay them some mind. That's how people who also enjoy gossip pay them some mind, because these people are speaking about something which is juicy and fun to hear. And this can be about their family, their colleagues, but mostly friends, because these people do not keep any relationships for a very long period of time, because they do not have the ability to truly love. Because these people do not have the ability to truly love, but they only have secret hate, secret jealousy towards the closest people, and they don't even know why. They hate the closest people who do better than them, because that's the spirit of jealousy, pride, ego that sits inside them, because they were broken as a child. They're still broken as grown-ass women, grown-ass men who are unhealed, and they don't think that they are unhealed. They think that they are the best thing that's happened, but people deserve to listen to them. But unfortunately, nothing that comes out of their mouth grabs attention. But what grabs attention is when they talk about somebody who naturally has attention on them, good, bad, or ugly. So they will talk about people who you've never heard any shit about, and suddenly they're talking about them because they are looking for clout. Or this is people who will talk about people who cannot stand up for themselves because they probably are not around to even stand up for themselves, or they don't really give a shit about people talking about them. The less people are in somebody else's business, the more people talk about those people, because people are curious about what's happening in this other person's life because they are low key. And people who run their mouth on those people, especially if they once knew them, just know that this person is a complete lie, because people who low-key, people who move in silence, they keep the closest people close. So if they have kicked somebody out, that's after a lot of thinking, because these people don't let people into their inner circle that easily. So somebody who's quiet, who's being gossiped about now, has kicked you out is because you were the snake and they knew that already. So check yourself. People can read energy. If 90% of people are messing with you just because you are giving them the hottest gossip, that just shows the tribe that you attract. But there's rest 20% of us who just see through the bullshit, and we are present there. So in any friends or group setting, if there is constantly a person who will target you to bring out a conversation with you about another human being, at that time you can politely deny that conversation and also let them know that these type of conversations don't really stimulate me, and I'm not interested in having these conversations. And when you do that, be prepared for not receiving any invitations anymore. Texts are going to stop, phone calls are going to stop. When all of that stops, peace prevails. And when peace prevails, you further start blocking these people out of your life. Because at the end of the day, the quality of conversations that you have with another human being, it may not be always, but it can be once in a while, but that sticks with you because you take it in and then you can inculcate it, and you do that for somebody else. But if somebody else thinks that that is a turn off, and if they block you because I will teach her a lesson, I will teach him a lesson of how it is to be without me, they do you the biggest favor, and you need to thank them as well, because it's when they left your life, you found yourself. So what they thought would break you, they thought they are teaching you a lesson and trying to humble you. You humbled yourself because you were always humble, but you found God, you found yourself, and you just realized these were toxic friends that left your life, and now there's just so much space that you never really missed them even for 1 minute after they left your life. If somebody really makes an impact in your life, you remember the conversations, you remember the moments they did something for you that made you feel good about yourself. But you know on face value, even if they did something good for you, energetically they never liked you. Energetically they always wanted you to fail, and energetically or physically they always wanted to be nosy about you and your business, so that they can talk about you and your business to others, because they're addicted for people to like them, and they put value in themselves with the quantity of people that they have around them, even if none of them value their presence really. So if this human being wants everybody to invite them and gets happy about being somewhere, those people don't really care if this person comes or doesn't come. They're just a part of the crowd. They're not the person in the crowd. And that is a problem, because when you come with your personality, or if somebody else comes with their whole personality to a room, they can't stand that. And therefore, these are the people who thrive on being nosy, where they can dig some dirt. And if there's no dirt, they create dirt, because they feel that's the only way these people can get some relevance. You don't take it personal if somebody is talking about you, because they're a low life and nobody really pays attention to what they're saying. At this point, it's baseless. But instead, look at the time where you wasted hours of talking with this human being or hangouts with them Now you're invested in praying. Now you're invested in yourself. Now you're invested in reading, journaling, doing your passion, your projects, your creativity, your physical fitness, emotional, spiritual fitness, or whatever it is for you. And if you've not started that today, if you've lost a friendship in your life or anything that was of value in your life who you think is important just because of what they brought with them, then this is not the person for you. If you genuinely miss a person for the goodness that they brought in your life, what did they bring in your life? How did they make you feel? What did they teach you? What did you teach them? Was that relationship like that? Really sit down and think, how much of a contribution, reciprocity was there in this friendship? Not just financially or in the physical, material level where you exchange gifts and whatnot. What was the emotional maturity in this relationship? What was the emotional respect in this relationship? What was the exchange of love in this relationship, in this friendship? Were you just somebody who they wanted around them so that they could attract people and clout, and they don't really have a backbone or any conscience in them, and they will diss and bite everybody, even their closest people, as long as they can go up the ladder? Or is this a friend who you know has done this to somebody else, and you know back of your mind they will do that to you? Or is this a friend who you know will ride or die for you? And if you are this person's ride or die, and you know this person has a bad heart, is a bad human being who has no loyalty and has never had any loyalty for any of their friends around them, who they call them their girls, their homies, you know that they will stab you 1,000 times and make sure your dreams die, your life dies, and everything about you die. Hell, even if you die, they'll probably be behind that. And if they are a person who you know that you've backstabbed, and you know that they were your ride or die, and if you have done something wrong, it's okay to apologize. Go on your knees if needed, because good people don't come around. They come once in a lifetime. Because 99% of this world operate in ego, and they love what the world feeds them. And that's how the media prevails. And that's how we worship humans with 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 nose, who look just like us. So who are you worshiping? Are you worshiping another human being who happened to be a friend? Because our friends can be lessons in your life. Friends also are karmics in your life. Not every friend is a soulmate. It's better you recognize that now. And if that means you walking away from people who are nosy, let them, because their nose will only get fatter, longer, and bigger, because they can't help but be in somebody else's business. So take yourself out of that business, because you need to create your own business and thrive in your own life, and click with people who are of that level. Because people who discuss other people to be relevant are the smallest of the smallest of the smallest, because intelligent minds create ideas, they discuss ideas. So you do that and do good for people who do good for you. Let your ego die. If you are this person, drop your ego and value the people who actually give a shit about you and who will come for you when you need them, not snakes like this. And for me, it'll always be my self-respect and who I choose to make a priority. I don't care if it's a friend, family, lover, whoever. If someone's important to me, they're important to me. And if I don't think you're important to me anymore, you're not. So please understand boundaries, and please keep your nose out of my business and mind your own. Focus on your man, your children, if you have, or focus on yourself.